Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Caroline and Simon are talking. Look, all we gotta do is keep our eyes peeled to anything. I know how it sounds and all. Me mom knows about it. Not the recent ones. She basically pried out of me. It's okay. We can't let any more people know about this. It could prevent something more catastrophic. And that's the last thing we need. I know. And as Caroline has another vision of a fire burning what it appears to be at the Lakewood Diner. And as it ends, leaving her uneasy with Simon said something wrong. You had another vision, didn't you? What the hell is going on here? And as Roxanne came to where they are, and Caroline and Simon saw her. Meanwhile, at the Brownsville Garden apartment at Mimi and Frank's apartment in the living room, Denise and Mark both came in, make it out. And as they pull away. So, from what I understand, we have the whole place to ourselves, yeah? Very observant, Captain Obvious. Now, are we just gonna stand around and talk? Or do more of this? And as they continue making out, just as a woman came in and saw what's going on, and as Denise and Mark pull away and turn and saw the woman, I hope I'm not interrupting whatever this might be. Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dryden Park Academy in Doug's office, Miss Drake, Tina, and Miles came in and saw Tobias, who's sitting across from the headmaster's desk waiting. And as he saw them, "What are you doing here, Tobias?" "I was told by the headmaster to wait for him." "Right, I almost forgot. Joshua and Tobias were about to fight each other." "You can go to your room, Tobias. And while you're there, 500 lines, I must learn the dignity and the needs at all times. Have at least 250 lines done when I bring your dinner to you." And as Tobias got up and went and left Doug's office, "Take a seat." And as Miles went and sat down, while Miss Drake and Tina went and sat on Doug's desk facing Miles. "You want to explain to us the hell you're playing at?" Meanwhile, in the hallway, the French paramedics wheeled Taylor away in a stretcher, while Doug, Stephen, and Kyle watch. Just as two people came to where they are, and Doug, Stephen, and Kyle saw them. "I'm Inspector Robert, and this is Inspector Harriet. We like to ask questions regarding what happened while they're still fresh on your mind. I'm the headmaster, Douglas Newman, and these are my students, Kyle and Stephen McKinley." "Were all you lot there?" "No, only me. And I can tell you everything from the beginning." Meanwhile, Hunter, Aaron, and Will came downstairs from the back area. And as they began walking down the hall, well, that concludes the tour of the dormitories, classrooms, and common areas. Oh, there's another room we like to call the chill room, as they say. I see. Bro, let me give you some advice. Do not make Miss Drake mad for any given reason. Will's right. She can make your life a living hell. So stay humble. And as Cindy, Phoebe, and Brody came to where they are, and Will, Aaron, and Hunter saw. "So Hunter, how you liking the school so far?" "Good." "Cool. Let's go for lunch." Meanwhile, in Mrs. Drake's classroom, Oliver is looking out the window. Just as Lucy and Eric came in and went to where he is. "Mate, I thought you were in your room." And as Oliver turned and saw them, "I was. I got bored, so I decided to return till I heard class has been postponed for now." How are you? Just hanging in there. By the way, we saw your parents just arrive. I want to know how could this happen and at midnight. I knew I should have went to that party. None of us knew the events that are about to go down. Needless to say, Ricky's killer will pay for this. Meanwhile, in the staff room, a woman, Carol, and Steve all came in, just as Steve closed the door. And as the woman came and faced Carol and Steve, as Assistant Deputy Head, I'd like to personally invite you here at Dryden Park Academy and also offer my condolence for your recent loss. Thank you, Mrs. Canton, but you lot can call me Beth. Anyways, the rest of the staff is preparing for Ricky's wake. And as Ashley and John both came in, with John closing the door, and as Beth, Carol, and Steve saw them, I didn't know you and Mom would. Of course we would. No way we're letting you go through this alone, the both of yous. Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Caroline and Simon are surprised by Roxanne's arrival. What's going on is, I'm having a meal with my boyfriend. You know fully well that's not what I am not gonna betray or trust. Why don't you let me be the judge of that, yeah? Is there a reason to this banter? I just want to check in on you. Aunt, I'm doing fine regarding my brother's death. And I have Simon to keep me company. And as Roxanne looked at Simon, who saw, you better not hurt her by leading her on just to fob her. Meanwhile, at the Brownsville Garden Apartments at Mimi and Frank's apartment in the living room, Denise and Mark are surprised by Madeline's arrival. What are you doing here? Making certain your assigned task is done. For your information, Gloria and Holden are on their way as we speak. Good. Now, Vanessa should be on her way back here. In the meantime, Mimi and Frank have specifically instructions on why are you letting your son control Denise? Remind your boyfriend of who I'm standing right here. So say what you gotta say to my face. You're dealing with a family you really don't want to cross. Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dryden Park Academy and Doug's office, Mrs. Drake, Tina, and Miles are talking. You don't understand. I miss my parents more than you know. So you thought you would sneak off to Paris, not knowing that we're gonna find out in the end, or better yet, using your mates to cover it up while you're doing it. Like I said, I miss my parents. Why do I get the feeling there's more to what you're telling? There's nothing more to anything. Drop the attitude tone with us. You know what? I don't believe this. It feels like I'm on trial here with the two of you like giving me the third degree. Meanwhile, in the hallway, Harriet, Robert, Doug, Kyle, and Stephen are talking. And to sum it up, someone played Robin. Anything else out of the ordinary? No. Right. Well, I guess we have all we need for now. Mr. McKinley, if anything comes up, he'll let you know. In the meantime, I'm certain Kyle and Stephen have somewhere else to be, yeah? We do. And as Kyle and Stephen turn and went and walk away, while Harriet, Robert, and Doug continue talking. By the way, we send our sincere condolence to your student. Thank you. I'll show you two out. and as they went down the hallway. Meanwhile, in the dining area, people are eating their meals and talking amongst each other. Let's get to Cindy, Phoebe, Aaron, Julian, Brody, Will, and Hunter, who all went and sat down at the table with their meals. And as Cindy said something wrong with Hunter. What's wrong, Hunter? What exactly is this? Tofu lasagna. Yeah, I've been told it's like a Greek cheese or something. Not the meals you used to, mate. Brody, don't mind him. And it's Matt King with his lunch. And as he sat down with them, it's fine. Do we have this like all the time? Yeah, it would seem so. The headmaster have us all on some strict diet for some ghastly reason. It's our parents who told the headmaster, who in turn told the cooks. You mean the ones who pay for us to be here and all. Exactly. Don't worry, mate. You'll get used to this. Meanwhile, in Mrs. Strick's classroom, Lucy, Eric, and Oliver are talking. Thank you guys for being here. We're your mates. There's no other place we'd rather be. And as Joshua came and went to where they are, and Lucy, Eric, and Oliver saw him. You three lot didn't hear the news? What news? It's about Taylor. She was struck by a poisonous arrow. Oh no, Lucy, don't. What's she on about? Meanwhile, in the staff room, Beth, Ashley, Carol, John, and Steve are talking. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for being here. Where's your brother? Which one? Ryan. We know Jack's in New York. Right. They're checking on their daughter Wilma to see how she's adjusting to being here. I'm gonna let you lot talk amongst each other, not so fast. What's wrong? We need to ask you something. Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Roxanne, Caroline, and Simon are talking. Well, allow me to put your fears to rest. I am not gonna hurt her. And if that's all you came for, you can do one. Your parents wanted me to look after you to make certain that, and I am. Look, I have to go. Yeah, we're late for school, so please excuse us. And as Caroline and Simon got up and got their stuffs and began walking away, while Roxanne is watching. Meanwhile, at the Brownsville Garden apartment at Mimi and Frank's apartment in the living room, Madeline, Denise, and Mark are talking. What's that supposed to mean? Mark, can you wait in the guest room? He's going nowhere. Look, I'm doing what Mimi and Frank told me to do. Mind your tone with me, young lady. I'm the one you answer to till they return, which will be soon. You were sent to give me the heads up. Exactly. Now, as you were, I'm quite knackered from me flight and I need me rest. And as Madeline turned and went and left the living room. And as Denise turned and saw Mark and sent something wrong. What? Do you have any idea of what you're involving yourself into? Meanwhile, at the Sunset apartment at Karen and Bradley's apartment in the living room, Taya and Howard are talking. You do? Yeah. Look, we both agreed that we wasn't gonna jinx. We're not. You and I have been wonderful parents to our amazing 4 kids. That's why I invited our surrogate to stay here as well. You mean yes, Naomi Wells. And as Naomi came in with her rolling suitcase, and Taya and Howard saw her. Speaking of which, the maid let me in, so where am I gonna sleep in? Meanwhile, in the outskirts of London, England, inside the Dryden Park Academy in Doug's office, Mrs. Drake, Tina, and Miles are talking. You are aware that you need a school pass to leave school ground with approval from me. The fact of the matter is, you venture off to another country, no matter how genuine your intentions are, You still, in the end, broke the rules. Look, I get the lecture, alright? It won't happen again. You're right, it's not gonna happen again, because you're on restriction to further notice, which means school and room confinement with hourly checks from the staff to see if you're there. So family means nothing to you people. Do yourself a solid and drop the anti-Semitics. This restriction would take place immediately. Meanwhile, in Kyle's room, Kyle came in and closed the door and turned and saw Stefan, who was sitting on Kyle's bed, who in turn got up, just as Kyle came to where he is. What are you doing here? I saw what happened with Taylor. I think we may have a problem on our hands. Mate, relax. It was just one incident. That's all what it takes. Look, I know we haven't been questioned yet. I just don't want to take the risk or chance, dude. Why are you getting so worked up for? Have you seriously forgotten about what happened at our last school? Of course I haven't. But then again, you never did, because you always get a chance to remind me of that. Meanwhile, Doug is walking down the hall. Chewie arrived at one of the rooms, and as he got the key and opened it, and saw a girl that's sitting at her desk. It seems today is your lucky day, because there may be a way for you to redeem yourself. Meanwhile, in the dining area, people are still eating their meals while talking amongst each other. Let's get to Cindy, Phoebe, Aaron, Julian, Will, Matt, Brody, and Hunter who are talking, just as a group of officers came in and went past them out of the dining hall towards the hall, and as they went down, which they saw. I wonder what's going on. We'll probably want more information about Ricky's death. No, I think something else happened here. You may be right, Julian. Anyways, I'm gonna go see how my brother is doing. You want me to follow? No, I'll be fine. And as Phoebe got up and got her tray and went and left the dining area. Let's get back to the others who are talking. Whatever it is, it's bound to circulate around the whole school. Meanwhile, in Mrs. Drake's classroom, Lucy, Eric, Oliver, and Joshua are talking. You really think that this is the start of something sinister in the works? Look, I was just telling her not to read into it. Eric, me innocence has never failed. You remember the last time that was just a coincidence, was it though? All we gotta do is be on guard, all of us. I couldn't agree more. Well, you lot have a lot on your hands, you know, looking after Wilma, your younger sister, and you with Phoebe. You're not gonna get left off, trust me. And as Lucy thinking, I have a bad feeling that whoever was watching Eric and I is now inside the school. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Lucy, Eric, Oliver, and Joshua, a hooded figure is watching them from outside the classroom. Meanwhile, in the staff room, Beth, Ashley, Carol, John, and Steve are talking. What is it? Do you have any memento of Ricky? Yeah, somebody already in the midst of putting that together. Does the school know about? Yeah, we have students who's just returning from holiday break. They must have got wind of it prior to coming here. Who's doing the mementos, Beth? This person is also a Graham, and that's all I can say. Please excuse me. And as Beth went and left the staff room. Wow, she couldn't get out of here faster enough. I think there's something more going on here. Meanwhile, in the front area in Robert's car, Robert and Harriet are inside looking at the school. And as Harriet sensed something wrong with Robert. What's wrong? I've never seen a case like this before. An arrow used as a weapon? You really think there's more to that? I have a strange suspicion that this isn't gonna be the last we hear about this. Meanwhile, at the Sunset Park apartment at Karen and Bradley's apartment in the living room, Taya's on the phone talking to someone. Yes, I would like this to happen as soon as possible. And as Howard came in, and Taya noticed. Look, I have to go, but we'll discuss this furthermore. And as Taya hung up, what's going on here? Given to what's happened lately, I have taken measures to keep our family safe. Meanwhile, at the Sunset Park apartment at Karen and Bradley's apartment in the living room, Taya and Howard are talking. What measures have you taken? Well, for instance, our kids are coming home. Taya, are you mad? And as Howard came to where she is, the point is, we both agreed to have Karen and Bradley help us keep them safe. I can't handle it anymore. I need me kids at home. Have you forgotten about the Collins? Let them come at us. The fact is, Gabriella, Marlon, Sharon are all coming home. Dominique and Olivia can stay in the boarding school for now. I think I know why you're so eager for all of them to come home.